If you do the same steps over and over again in Excel, macros can help you automate that work. And you don't have to be a programmer to create them. I'll show you. So to use macros in Excel, we first need to add the developer tab to the ribbon at the top because it's not there by default. So go to the File menu and under Options, find Customize Ribbon. On the right-hand side, we're going to make sure Developer is checked. And when I go back to Excel, I should see that Developer tab there. And to start recording my macro, I should see a record button. Looks like this. I'm going to call my first macro my weekly report. And as I start recording this, it's going to track every one of my mouse clicks, so I got to be careful as to what I do. All right, the first change I want to make is to adjust the font. I'm not really digging this one, so I'm going to select my entire table by clicking the top left corner, and I'm going to adjust the font to something I like a little bit better, maybe Calibri. I also want to change the header row. I'm going to make that bold so it stands out. And then I'll select the loan amount, the payment, and the total paid, and put that into currency so when people look at this, they know exactly what it is. It's a dollar value. I might also delete the term column because maybe for my reporting, I just don't need it. And finally, I'll add one more field. I'm going to call this percent paid, which tells me how much they've paid relative to their total loan amount. So I'll take the total paid and divide that by the loan amount here. And I'm going to double click the bottom right corner of the cell to drag it all the way down. I'm going to now go back to developer and stop recording. And now I'm going to try this out to make sure it actually worked. So I'm going to go to the second tab. I'm going to imagine this is next week's report. So I'll go to macros while I'm in this tab, find my weekly report, and click run. It performed all those same activities on this second report. Now this is great. It automated a few steps, but imagine if it's 50 or 60. That's going to be a ton of time saved. Now before we finish though, to preserve this macro, we've got to save this Excel file as something special called a macro-enabled workbook. So when you save this, just make sure you adjust the format. Additionally, something else to know is that your macro is in this Excel file, but the report you're going to get next week is probably in a different file. However, as long as you have the two files open at the same time, the one with the macro and the new file you get next week, you'll be able to access your macro from either one. And finally, if you happen to be tech savvy, you can explore the code behind the macro. Just click the macros button and then edit your macro, and you'll see all the code behind it, which you can update or add to, or use AI to help you expand upon. If this video helped you, hit like and subscribe for more. And if you want to go deeper, I have a full Excel course in the links below.